Morning.
Good morning.
We were at the gym this morning and I really noticed how amazing the trainers are at waiting that golden second to offer me help. When we started, there were lots of things that I wasn't so great at and I would get lots of help, but now I notice they come towards me and they just wait and see if I can do an exercise by myself without any help. And it made me think about when we were parents of younger children and how much of a challenge that was.
Big challenge, wasn't it? Especially if you're in a rush and you want to get out the door, very, very big challenge to be patient.
Patient enough to let our children do it for themselves.
And they say the same thing about nursing homes. You know, don't lift a chair if someone can do it for themselves, because what is it teaching them?
Yes. And there's a fine line, isn't there, between help and, well, I don't know if control's the right word, but allowing them to have that independence.
Yes.
Yeah.
I wasn't very good at this. I remember making birthday cakes for my kids, and of course they wanted their birthday cakes to be nice, I'm sure. Perhaps not when they were 1 and 2 though. And they just wanted to put their hands in it. So it's all about knowing what the end result's going to be and what people actually do want, and then working towards that. But I remember getting a big cranky.
Yeah, I suppose in that too, sometimes they, like everybody wants the result to be great, but what's more important, is it like baking the cake together and making a bit of a mess and having fun, or the result? And when you look at your own values in that situation and you're able to express them calmly, I guess, rather than like on the odd occasion I got cranky, you know, and kind of, I guess, letting them know that that they wouldn't be able to help me well enough, or like taking the power away, not believing in them.
Yes, because I think a lot of it does come from our beliefs about ourselves, whether we're, you know, particularly I remember physically, as a kid I used to love climbing trees and I was physically able and confident, and so I really believe that was one good thing I did project onto my children. I believed that they could be strong because I believed it in myself, particularly physically. But I would notice that other people would get very anxious around their kids climbing or things like that, so they didn't grow up with that same belief in their physical capabilities perhaps, and then that's projected onto your children. So yeah, it's really interesting what your own beliefs are and where are they going. You know, how are you voicing those to your children? How are you, and we're all doing the best we can.
Yes, we are. Best we can with the knowledge we have at the time.
Yeah, but it's just interesting to notice what your own belief systems are about yourself. Do you believe that you're strong? Do you believe that you're confident? In other areas, I didn't have that. You were talking about when you were going swimming.
Oh yeah, in swimming it was not good for me because I couldn't swim. I was scared of the water. And yeah, absolutely, I projected that onto my kids. But then made sure that they all went to swimming lessons and they were all extremely competent swimmers.
Yeah, and that's a good thing, though. You can ask for help outside yourself if you struggle in one area.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Yay. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for joining us,
we'll
ladies.
See you tomorrow morning.
Good to see you, Linda, Pauline.
Bye.